Hello, everybody. My name is Priscila Lepre. I'm professor at Federal University of Alagoas and PhD candidate at Federal University of Pernambuco, both in Brazil. I will present our paper entitled the third sector as a vector to foster distributed design and distributed economy initiatives, a case study of inclusive, ethical, and sustainable social development in emerging economies. The paper presents the actions developed by Instituto Ecoengenho, an OSIP that applying distributed economy model and distributed design has contributed with simple and effective solutions for electricity and water supply, allowing the advancement of the digital inclusion and income generation for population living in remote areas at the Brazilian semi-arid region. This paper is based on the ideas developed in my ongoing research thesis at Federal University of Pernambuco in Brazil. The distributed economy model promotes small-scale and flexible networks of local socioeconomic actors using local resources according to the local needs, with the spirit of sustainable development. This represents an opportunity for real inclusion and promote the locally based socio-ethical benefits, like empower individuals and local communities and democratize the access to resources, reduce poverty and inequality. Between distributed approaches, distributed design can be understood as an open design project where small-scale design units, whether individuals, small business, or local communities, are connected to others. If the small-scale production units are also connected to the other distributed economies, they become a local distributed economy network, which may in turn relate to nearby similar networks. In emerging, broad, and plural countries such as Brazil, distributed design can bring benefits by generating, promoting, and maintaining flexible, inclusive, and self-regulatory structures long-term within the win-win perspective. Consider the ideal for socio-ethical sustainable development. In this scenario, government actions are not always sufficient or efficient enough to meet the population demands. Now, aim to contribute to the evolution of the applied knowledge in low and in middle income contexts, we will show you the Ecoengenho activities, which in the last 20 years use distributed and systemic economy models to improve the quality of life for population living in areas of extreme poverty in Brazil. Considering this experience, it's possible to inspire distributed design actions applied to high complexity and vulnerability situations. In Brazil, many communities still live without light energy and distance from sources of drinking water, which negatively impacts in their development and well-being. In order to reverse the situation, many OSIPs, civil society organizations of public interests, promote social inclusion and quality improvement of life for those communities through finding, deploying, and implementing water and energy solutions in short, medium, and long terms with the aid of the national and international funds. Ecoengenho Institute is an OSIP that aim to reduce poverty and promote sustainable and socio-ethical development inside Alagoas state. In partnership with Banco do Nordeste, it has established the Luz do Sol and Sunlight program, which provides a credit line to finance small entrepreneurs who develop solar home systems business in small villages. The project registered residents to become entrepreneurs. The Northeast Bank offered credit for these entrepreneurs to buy solar panels and place generators and batteries capable of storing the energy produced. Together, they both rechargeable batteries kits and basic accessories for energy use. These were hinted to residents who paid for recharging the battery, characterizing a PSS for use within a distributed economy model. Several small generators spread attending the local demands within the local vocations. However, the feedbacks demonstrated the demand for more energy, as residents were overloading equipment connecting various products at the same time. In this way, it was evaluated the possibility of renting the equipment, solar panel and battery kits with greater capacity for the residents, characterizing a PSS oriented to the product, is still within the distributed economy. Former entrepreneurs started to manage these equipments, providing technical assistance and training the users. Each inhabitant who, in the condition of hinterland, does not have bank accounts, receives a payment notification with the derisory monthly payment charged from house to house. Today, thousands of low-income families are beneficiated with this project. A development of Luz do Sol project was the electrification of schools project that took electric energy to schools in the highland and allowed its opening in the evening for classes to help on the literacy of students and adults who work in the field during the day. It also allowed the Rural Digital Inclusion Project with the introduction of computers in the schools using the Linux distributed network, consenting the communities access to internet and the digital programs broadcasters from them, such as government programs made for vulnerable populations. Another consequence of the use of voltaic energy by the Ecoengenho Institute was the creation of H2Sol or H2Sol program. Using the support from the BREED program, subsidized by United Nations Foundation. It uses solar energy to run pumps that bring underground water to meet the daily needs of people from highland. Also in product-oriented PSS, promoting the access to water on a distributed way. However, the water collected is salty and is not suitable for drinking or irrigation. In this sense, the Ecoengenho Institute developed a low-cost desalinator project using familiar elements to local users. PVC pipes, canvases, and stones aid in the process for solar heating, evaporation, and collection of desalinated water, reducing the daily work to most families in the search of this scarce good in the semi-arid region. For this, Ecoengenho developed a booklet teaching how to set up this desalinator in an accessible language to stakeholders, allowing users' participation and co-design. From access to energy, water, and education, Ecoengenho envisaged the possibility of promoting income generation. For this, he selected two communities, one in the city of São José da Tapera and another in the city of Piaçabuçu, to develop projects related to agri-food. Both use the distributed photovoltaic energy to collect the water destined to the planting of peppers and in their processing, drying and cooking, all made with a solar cooker and dryer. Well, the present cases observed from the perspective of economy and distributed design theory place these models as effective systemic approaches to solving problems caused by the centralized economic model, including those that maintain the sustainability paradigm. The Ecoengenho Institute, through distributed economics and design, generated simple and efficient solutions for access to electricity and drinking water in remote and neglected areas, communities at Brazil backwoods. In the light of the theory and from the assessment of the case, we concluded distributed models are valid to promote the socioeconomic development in vulnerable regions. The use of clean technologies based on territory resources are effective in solving local demands when they cannot be completed by conventional and centralized forms. That OSCP's participation in the process of social inclusion is fundamental in emerging and plural countries such as Brazil, in which government actions and traditional modes do not address multiple regional realities and singularities. Yes, sorry. The distributed economy and distributed design models promote the creation of flexible and dynamic local networks, which make communities more resilient. That in situations of extreme resource constraints, tangible and intangible, actions coordinated systemically in the form of DA and DD and aligned with the local and with the territory have a highly probability of fomenting income generation, improve the quality of life, and promoting income generation. That the solution of highly complex problems, such as those faced by the Brazilian semi-arid region, require systemic projects in the short, medium, and long term, and that OSCPs can represent a bridge between needs and other spheres interested in solving the problems. In this way, it is concluded finally that the third sector is a relevant vector to foster distributed design and distributed economy initiatives, addressing ethical and sustainable social development in emerging economies. Thank you very much. See you. Bye-bye.